Full Sense were eliminated from play-ins by a Challengers team, but not just any Challengers team. They were eliminated by Onside Gaming. Onside Gaming are the only Tier 2 team in Pacific to qualify for playoffs, and today we'll look into their Sunset Attack versus Full Sense to see the reason they had such a dominant win. I wanted to highlight a small bit of prep the coaches on Onside Gaming did, specifically for their attack pistol. Looking back at the two Sunset defense pistols Full Sense ran before their match against Onside, you can see a clear pattern. They love traps. In the first pistol we'll look at, Full Sense are running a trap with the camera at A. The Cypher Cam is set up to trigger the Omen Blind and Waylay Hinder. Full Sense don't pop the trap immediately because Chamber can just TP away, so they wait for RRQ to keep stomping up A main and punish them for thinking the site is weak because they didn't immediately run the trap. They really wanted Chamber to be nice and comfy and let RRQ run into the quote-unquote weak site. In the second pistol, Full Sense are running a contact trap in mid with 5 sheriffs. Waylay and Omen are going to swing off Neon's contact bottom mid and ideally body shot Genji out of the round. This trap is cool because it uses an off-angle teams aren't really ready to clear whenever a chamber isn't in the server.
Yeah, boys. Not one that Genji were necessarily expecting, but he misses a couple of shots and so he still falls, and Garen is there again to clean up the scraps. He has been such a difference maker.
So from Onside's coach's perspective, they see a trap on the A side of the map in the first pistol, a trap on the mid part of the map on the second pistol. There's only one part of the map that Full Sense haven't run a trap on, the B side of the map. Using this information, Onside put Yoru at B main with some supporting util to scout out a B main trap while the rest of the team is sitting outside A and mid, holding for pushes that the B main noise would cause. Full Sense fully bite on the Yoru and burn their Neon Sun, Waylay Hinder, and Omen Blind, hoping that Onside Gaming get blown up by the util. But instead, Yoru gets out clean and Onside run into a free side at A. Full Sense blowing all their util on this trap is extremely punishing because Onside are now on A site with all of their util, and Full Sense have no util for their retake. You can see the impact of the util difference by watching this retake at A that is pretty well coordinated by Onside, and it looks like they're very clearly communicating their fights and fighting together.
Trying to hold them back. The jump in, he will be able to find one, runs out of bullets, but Wolverine collects 2. A clot board there onto Kahlua. Now it's just Primi and Sephiroth to try to be the difference makers with Ray. Oh, quick turn to the back. Not quite a 180, but pretty damn close. It's a clean, fast shot from Primi, but just cannot get it done.
Onside run a fake mid default on their bonus and get Cypher inserted in mid with a Yoru clone that's used to trigger the Cypher trip for Onside to walk in with. You can see Wolverine walk in with the clone, mark it, and try to punish Primi for breaking the clone, but since he sees nothing, he just holds the space he got initially. After they got Cypher inserted in mid, Onside are looking to punish Full Sense with a nice flash, TP, and dart pop through the A main one-way, punishing Cruz for not being ready with an Omen Blind to help Jip Boys. The noise Onside created mid led Cruz to believe that they would work top mid after poking market and breaking the trip, so he's not really at fault here. I would credit the strat working as intended more than him making a mistake. Jip Boys could have stunned for himself after the initial frag, and that would have helped Cruz use his Omen Blind to blind the rest of the team. Cruz ends up delaying Onside from taking A site, but unfortunately for Full Sense, Wolverine is making full use of the position his team put him in and punishes Full Sense's B players with raw mechanics. After the round 16 eco, Onside are 1 orb off of Yoru ult, and they have Sova ult, which is one of the strongest ult combos in the game. Full Sense could definitely have played to deny this orb, but they leave themselves vulnerable to getting Neon stunned and Sova ulted if they do, so it really feels like a lose-lose for them. The small mistake in round 15 led to this crazy Ult Snowball that's incredibly hard to recover from, because you make one mistake in your first gun round, or your anti-bonus, and then you are playing against the best ult combo in the game, and you get punished for trying to contest the B main space, and you get punished for giving the B main space. So, yeah, Cruz got a little bit unlucky. Jip Boys maybe could have played something better, but I think it's a little bit tough for Full Sense in general. The next round, they hit B with a simple B exec. They force off the Waylay with the Cypher Cam, Sova Drone, and Yoru Clone, and have Neon wall so she can avoid the one-way and allow Omen to TP out. Neon slides on the Cypher with her teammates spamming off of her contact, and Omen is covering the Flood through the market smoke. This round is important because Onside have hit B twice in a row now, using the ult round and this round, and are expecting Full Sense to stop them from doing it again the next round. And what do you think Full Sense do to try and stop the B side abuse? Their trusty B main trap. Onside run the same idea as Pistol to bait out a B main trap, and because they successfully taken B so many times, Full Sense end up gamble stacking B, assuming it's going to get abused again, while Onside walk into a free A site. This attack half was flawless because Onside did a good job prepping a pistol that took advantage of Full Sense's tendencies and used their Ult Snowball and conditioning they built throughout the half to dominate Full Sense. After scrimming these guys and watching this game, I feel like they have a decent chance to make a run against the competition in Pacific.